Alright, what's going on, everyone? Oh, I didn't set up my mic. Shoot, I'm using my old mic. Oh, that's fine. My voice will sound a little bad, but I'll get it fixed up next time. We're doing corruptions tonight, which is something I haven't done in a very long time, and it took me a very long time to set up as well. Well, not a very long time, it was like an hour or so. But, we're doing Bully tonight, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It seems to be corrupting fairly well during my preliminary tests, so that's exciting. And we'll get started here in just a minute or two. I also had a lot of work trying to get OBS to work with Dolphin, which I've had very much trouble in the past. And a whole Costco family pack of other issues that I ran into. So, we'll be dealing with all that tonight. And yeah, Simpsons Hit and Run theme song playing in the background. It should be a fun night. I do hope my sound sounds alright. Here, I'm gonna test it and you might hear a little bit of overlap, but here we go. It's gonna sound terrible. I do hope my sound sounds alright. Oh, it sounds off, alright. It's good enough. I think we're ready to go. I say that, there's probably a billion other things I need to get ready, but it looks good. Alright, let's, I guess, pause the music. I'd love to keep that running in the background. Maybe we will. We'll decide how, if we want to do that or not. You'll notice the raccoons at the top. So, the window for Dolphin, it's 416 by 9. And most of the time I corrupt in 4 by 3. No, that's a ratio. That's not the right ratio. I corrupt in... What's the usual ratio? Let me... I'm looking around for the actual ratios. Oh, here we go. 1699, 4 by 3. Those are the same number, though. Anyway. I do more of a square box when I corrupt, and this is more of a rectangular box. This is probably what you're used to. I didn't have a long time to set up the windows, so I just did raccoons up there. Because I like raccoons. I don't know. Anyway, let's start up. There's two places that I would like to corrupt. The very beginning intro cinematic, which is where I'm going to make the first save state, where Jimmy's in the car and he's talking to his mother. I got a few decent corruptions out of that. We may move on if we notice that there's not anything interesting going on. And we'll move on to actual gameplay and corrupting that. If you're unfamiliar with how I do streams, I just noticed I haven't explained any of this. On the left side of the window there, you'll see a couple different windows that are a couple different parameters and sliders and stuff like that. What I do is I corrupt video games live on the spot. You may have been familiar with other sort of people that do the same thing. Or I should say, people that play corruptions. They're playing stockpiles of corruptions that people created and sent to them, or perhaps that they created themselves. And they usually play that on stream. Like, they have the pre-built ones, and they add their reactions to how the corruptions affect them. I do something similar, but I create them on stream, so you'll see me, messing around with some sliders, doing various stuff here to create different effects. And I'll explain the corruptions as I see them. If I can find some sort of explanation about what I'm seeing on screen, I'll try to explain it. A lot of the time, some viewers help me out in explaining what's going on, and we all learn a little bit from it, which is always neat. So without further ado, that's enough talking for me. Let us start. And like I said, I'm going to have that save state ready. It's right there, actually. So this is what we're going to see over and over and over and over again when we begin corrupting. So what we're doing is we have that save state selected. Actually, let me select that now while I'm talking. There we go. We have that save state selected, and every single time we create a corruption or we create a memory write, we're writing random data to the ROM that creates some sort of interesting effect. Like, it could be the screen tearing, it could be audio glitches, it could be model, mess ups, coloration problems, the whole, bundle of things. And we're actually going to create our first one here, but it's going to be absolutely minimal. And let me make sure. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna hit blast target down here at the bottom left. Oh, I'm not capturing my mouse. That's something I should be doing. Let me capture my mouse. Let's see. Oh, it says I am. Huh. I don't see it though. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna hit blast target. Do I want to stop emulation? No, I don't. And we're gonna do that a couple times. It doesn't seem like we're creating any save states yet. So let me try a couple things out here until we start creating save states. Nothing yet. There we go. So, I was waiting until this number appeared up here. And usually for the streams I explain everything that's going on, so if it's a little redundant, I apologize. Eventually we're going to get to the part where we start creating a lot of corruptions. I just like to explain the first couple ones, in case anyone's new here. So what we created here was a save state with a blast layer applied to it. So it's our already existing save state at the beginning. Oh, I'm going to keep hitting that button. It's this one here. But we applied some corruption or some memory rights to it to affect how the game runs, or to affect some things that are happening at that split second when the game's loaded. And we can take a look at exactly what's going on by, if we double click this, can we do that? If we right click it, we'll see that there's a little message here, up here at the top left. This is something called the blast editor, and it explains exactly what is going on when we create this corruption. Now, it's a little ambiguous, and they do a little bit better of a job in the real-time corrupter, the, I guess the brother to this program. This is the Windows Glitch Harvester. But we get almost all the information we need. So it gives us a source address. This is a source address within the ROM that it's writing to, this location. And what it does at that location is it sets the value in hexadecimal C48 followed by a bunch of zeros. And I believe it's big endian? Little endian. I think little endian. Anyway, so it sets its value at that location, and what that does, I don't know, it's a big stroke for me, because if we run this file, this corruption, this is the corrupted version of the game, and you'll notice really nothing looks that different. Everything seems to be running smoothly, there are no problems. And that's because this single memory, right, might not actually do anything. Maybe it will affect something like way later in the game. Maybe it will affect something that's behind the scenes that we can't even see. Could be a whole number of things that actually does. And since we don't have forever to keep, writing to one memory address with one value, what we do instead is we increase our intensity, or the amount of memory writes that we create, in order to create, more interesting, more effective corruptions. So I'm going to blast the target again while it's running. We create a second save state, and I'm actually not going to keep this one just because if I look at the main screen, it's actually blacked out, and I can even hit play now. And this one actually either corrupted or broke some kind of graphic renderer or some kind of video renderer where we can't see the screen anymore. So I don't want that one. We're going to blast it again. This one works. So now if I open this newer save state, this one down here at the bottom, in the blast editor, you'll notice we now have a whole ton of memory writes. Now all of these might do something different. They might not be noticeable immediately, but at least they're probably doing something to the game. And now we can actually hit play and see if we notice anything. I'm not really seeing anything on the screen that's happening. Jimmy looks fine. We can now start messing with the second slider. So it says starting address, and this one is 6, it says. This is just specifically where in memory you're choosing to corrupt. Right at the beginning, usually corrupting just system functions, which you don't really want to mess with. Sometimes that leads to some crashing. We want to go a little bit ahead. Usually towards the beginning, we have like the models that are loaded, then maybe the music, maybe the world, maybe the camera effects. It can vary from here to there. But we're going to try around this intensity. And I'm going to hit play.
Please.
And now I'm just going to keep corrupting until I notice something some kind of effect on screen. And it may also be the case, oh, there's one, so we can pause it there. I was going to say, it may be the case that we actually have to corrupt within the car, which might produce more interesting effects, which I think I'm going to change the save state to that. But we did notice, right on this most recent one, a little bit of graphical corruption there. Just a little, yeah, effect there. And that's kind of what we're looking for. It's just small corruptions that have effects. It doesn't crash the game, and it does something. I would like to change the save state though, so let's do that. I'm gonna wait until he's in the car, right there. So now we're gonna corrupt here instead. And for the most part, we can keep all this information the same. I'm gonna keep the same intensity. Yeah, the starting adjust's fine too, actually. So we'll just create another save state here.
Jimmy, please.
So he's got some stuff going on with his shirt.
Say something.
Some textures are getting messed up a tiny bit.
James, what? Who are you? Mom, I thought you
But almost immediately, they're all returned back to normal. So
told me never to talk to
let's try another one.
Like
And another. Oh, actually, based on this last one, I want to give a heads up.
Jimmy.
This one here. If you're sensitive to flashing lights, loud sounds, bright colors, anything like that, I do warn you to avoid the stream specifically, just because we do have a lot of flashing lights, some loud sounds that happen on stream. Just to, you know, as a precaution or to be safe, I recommend just not watching it. These are kind of unpredictable, so I wouldn't be able to warn you if one of those were coming up. So something like here, we do have some flashing lights, so just in case, you know. All right, let's continue along and create some more save states.
Jimmy, please.
And at this point, I'm just looking for any kind of effects, so I'm gonna start messing with these sliders until we do see something.
Jimmy.
Ooh, okay. That reminds me of something I'm gonna do right now. Is I'm gonna throw. I already have a compressor. Okay, good. Woo! That was so loud. I gotta turn my own volume down. I want to make sure you guys, your ears don't get blasted out. Let's hear that again. I'm gonna turn down my internal volume. I think the stream audio is all right.
Jimmy, please say.
Is it this one?
Jimmy, please say something.
I don't know how loud that is. Here, wait. Okay, so that's not terrible. I don't want to keep that, but that sounds kind of neat. I hope we get more stuff like that. Maybe a little more tolerable ones, though. Oh, I forgot to stop it. All right, there we go. Nope. I'm sorry.
Jimmy, please. Jimmy. Jimmy, please.
We might have gone a little too far from the starting address
Please say something.
to see any effects. This might be a little bit too close.
Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy.
That's a trip.
Please say something.
James, what? Who are you?
I didn't catch your face up there.
Told me never to talk to strangers.
Like I
love it.
said before, Jimmy, please be nice to your new stepfather.
Yes, be nice to your new brick stepfather. I'm re-rolling the effects to see if we get anything different out of it. Just changing the values that we send to memory. Just a lot of neat effects, but nothing interesting in terms of visuals. That one's kind of neat. I had this one when I was testing preliminaries. Hey, Wasabi, how you doing? Good to see ya.
James, what? Who
Kind
are
of
you?
4 screens,
Mom,
which
I
is
thought
neat.
You told me never to talk to strangers.
Like I said before, Jimmy, please be nice to your new stepfather.
So that is actually the extent of the corruptions I saw when I was testing. So if we don't see anything else, I'm going to move on to gameplay. Oh, this is kind of nice. In case you're in the Christmas
Jimmy,
spirit, there's some green
say something.
or red for you there.
James, what? Who are you? Mom.
Jimmy, please. Jimmy, please.
As I up the intensity, we see longer load times for each
Jimmy,
memory, right?
Please say something. Jimmy, please say something.
But not as bad as I had on my laptop originally.
Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy, please say
I like these kind of line effects that we keep getting. I don't know what's up with that. It's cool looking though.
James? What? Who are you?
If you
I thought
played
told me
Bully
never to talk to
on the Game
strangers.
Boy.
Like I said before, Jimmy, please be nice to your new stepfather.
Can you imagine getting Bully on the Game Boy? That would be amazing. That'd be a cool port.
I love that you killed my grandfather and you're fat and bald.
That's enough! I've had it with you, you little brat.
I'm letting it load just for a sec.
You've upset your mother. I've got half a mind.
Look at that car.
Half a mind is right. Suddenly he realizes.
I can't believe you, you little monster. We'll deal with you when we get back from our honeymoon. Next year.
8-bit Jimmy is pretty intimidating. Alright, let's move on. I'm gonna try re-rolling that one to see if we get anything else out of it. Yeah, kind of the same effect.
Jimmy, please. Jimmy.
Wait a minute, is that... If you really
Jimmy,
squint, is that the car?
please say something.
I think that is. It is! Wait, let me try re-rolling that. Kinda got a little bit bigger. No, shoot. Alright, we'll move on.
Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy. Jimmy. Jimmy, please say.
I'm gonna move the starting address a little bit further and see if we can get some models, hopefully.
Jimmy,
Oh.
please say something.
James? What? Who are you?
God,
Mom, I
sounds
thought you told me never to talk.
so bad. Oh no! Oh my god. How can I protect my ears? This is too loud for me. It's like eardrum bursting. All right. I guess I'll just turn down more here. I have the speaker on 1. I lost a beer. They didn't like the, the loud sounds. Oh, sorry. Load.
Jimmy,
All right.
please say something.
James?
Jimmy, please say. Jimmy,
So here's something important. I cannot
Jimmy.
crash Dolphin. I need to
Say
very much so try to avoid crashing Dolphin. Because if I do crash Dolphin, it takes a very long time to
What?
start up.
Who are you? Mom, I thought you told me never to talk to strangers.
Like I said before, Jimmy, please be nice to your new. Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy, please say something.
Getting a surprising amount of crust this far away from the starting address.
Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy, please. Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy, please. Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy, please say. Jimmy,
Yeah, how
please
about that?
say something.
James?
What? Who are you? Mom, I thought you told me never to talk to strangers.
Like I said before, Jimmy, please be. Jimmy, please say something.
So I think at this point I'm too far away from. Oh no, never mind. I lied.
Jimmy, please
To
say
have anything
something.
happen on screen, but never mind.
James?
My intensity is too high though. I gotta lower that. It's taking too long in
Jimmy,
between corruptions.
Please say something. Jimmy, please say something. Jimmy. Jimmy.
Well, I wanted to see
please-
some actual model corruptions. I don't think that's
Jimmy.
gonna be
please
the case.
Say something.
I think it's only gonna be like visuals that are being drawn to the screen.
Jimmy, please say something.
Alright, let's
Jimmy,
try just at
please
0,
Say something.
which is a little risky because we could end up crashing Dolphin.
Jimmy, please. Jimmy, please say something.
Also, the Wii menu might be corrupted, so I'm curious
Jimmy,
if it is.
Please
see.
say something.
Oh, I can't use home here. Never mind.
James?
What? Who are you?
Well,
Mom, I thought you told me never to talk to strangers.
I'm ready to move
Like
on to
I said
gameplay.
before,
Somebody
Jimmy.
blast this target with 0-0. Just to load our
Jimmy,
default save state.
Please say something.
I'll let the cinematic play through, just in case you haven't seen it yet.
James?
What? Who are you? Mom, I thought you told me never to talk to strangers.
Like I said before, Jimmy, please be nice to your new stepfather.
Okay, rich guy. I love it that you're twice as old as my grandfather and you're fat and bald.
That's enough! I've had it with you, you little brat.
You've upset your mother. I've got half a mind to beat you.
Half a mind is right. Suddenly he realizes.
I can't believe you, you little monster. We'll deal with you when we get back from our honeymoon. Next year.
Alright, let's get in there. Just get started. Something I didn't know, I was talking about this with a buddy in Discord earlier, is I have no clue what the multiplayer feature of the Scholarship Edition is. No clue what that is. I'll have to check that out later. But we're doing story mode. Welcome to Bullworth. We're creating a safe state as soon as we're able to control the character.
Mom, why'd you marry that phony? What is wrong with you? I can't believe this.
You must be the Hopkins boy.
Where'd you come from?
We've been expecting you. Welcome to Bullworth Academy. I'm sure you'll be very happy here. Very happy indeed. Anyway, I can't spend my life waiting around for naughty little boys. I've got a man to make happy. The headmaster is expecting you, Hopkins, in his study.
Okay.
His study is over there, boy, in the main building. Don't keep Dr. Crabblesnitch waiting. He's a brilliant man. Brilliant.
So I had a problem earlier, and I'll see if I run into it again. As soon as we start, give it a sec here until the little prompts disappear. Oh. Huh? What? We haven't even corrupted yet. There are 0 corruptions on this right now. Let's do this. We're gonna load this. Load the fresh save state without any corruptions applied. Let me restore my backup. Reset backup. There we go. So this should actually work. Okay, save state here. Now, if I load this, yes, I ran into this problem earlier, and I think it's just gonna be, no matter what, it's gonna be a problem. Jimmy's jacket's black, and I think it has something to do with what is happening with this guy. I don't. This wasn't how it was working earlier. How should we do this? We need a clean copy. No matter what, I know the jacket's gonna be black, but I don't like what's happening with this guy at all. I can't control it. Or how we can't look in it anyway. So it seems like there's a corruption that's applied to our clean save state. So I need to start a fresh copy without any save state. Oh, I don't want to do that because there's a problem with that. I'll show you what it is. So I'm going to stop the currently running emulation. And why is that window there? What is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, stuff in areas. Alright. And I'll explain to you the problem I was having earlier. There it is. So And I have no clue why this is. So this window here that tells you, you know, put the wrist strap on for your Wii. Maybe it was when I dumped my copy of my Wii BIOS and my Bully BIOS. These are both my personal files, and maybe I had something go wrong along that process. But I can't skip out of this menu. Oh, I can. Okay, I wasn't able to do that either. And it runs at 4 FPS. I have no clue why, and the game itself runs perfectly. Like, as soon as this loads up, we're great. There's no problems at all. I don't know why that is. Anyways, I'm just gonna skip all this. We're gonna go straight to the game like where we were, and hopefully that
Please say something.
visual glitch is fixed. Hope it doesn't have, it could have something to do with me skipping fast using turbo, and it doesn't have time for, I don't know, the graphics cache to catch up. Okay, save state. Oh, no, we're actually good. Okay, cool. But load save state. Okay, so no graphics problem, and that's what I'm okay with. Other than his jacket, which I already knew that was going to happen. No clue why that's happening. It probably has something to do with graphics cache as well, but oh well. We're cool Jimmy now. So let's start messing with these sliders. Bring the intensity up, we'll bring the starting address up, and we should be able to blast target now. And I just want to verify that with a very small corruption that this works. Alright, now it's to a higher intensity. There's a snake. Something else I need to do is I need to accept background input. There we go. So now I can move around when the main window isn't focused. Makes it easier on me. That one was neat. Let's see if it doesn't crash. That was actually what was going on with the sky earlier. I was trying re-rolling that. Ah, for a second we're having some model corruptions. There we go. Look at Jimmy's face. Oh, I guess we can't. And look at their faces. Okay, let's try something here. So, with corruptions, occasionally you'll get something kind of neat like this that you want to keep. You're like, I really like Jimmy's face being stuck to the floor. Like, that really gets me going, and really gets me going. I really like his face being stuck on the floor. So what if I want to keep that, but for some reason he glitches out every couple seconds and I can't? Well, we could try sanitizing our corruption to see if we can preserve that effect, and that's what we're going to try now. So we looked at this window a little bit earlier, the blast editor, and this blast editor has a neat little function to it where you can deselect or select various corruptions. You'll see by the X on the far left that I'm deselecting and selecting this current corruption. Now, as we also stated, all these corruptions in culmination create the effect that we're seeing on screen. It creates, you know, Jimmy's face on the floor, it creates that sort of odd orange tinge to the top left there. Excuse me, all those effects. Drink a cup of water. Anyway. So we can go through here and manually deselect all of these, like, oh, I don't think this one does anything, maybe not this one, and maybe not that one. But that would take, you know, extremely long. We have 554 of those. We couldn't do that all day. So instead we can use the power of randomness, just like how we created our corruption, in order to randomly disable half of these corruptions. And I do that by hitting this button at the top right. You'll see half of these now are deselected. And what we're going to do now is we're going to reload the corruption, corrupt and execute. And we'll notice that it doesn't really look like anything changed, or maybe a little bit did. Like the beige, pinkish sky at the top left is now gone, and yet Jimmy's face is still stuck to the ground and he's kind of glitching out. So we have the effect we're looking for. We have his face stuck to the ground, and we don't have other things. So what that tells us is we actually removed some of the corruption that we saw before, and we're preserving our current corruption. So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove the ones that we disabled, and now we've reduced our blast layer size, or the amount of memory writes that we write, to 277, so much smaller. We're going to do that again. However, we'll notice with this new one, his face isn't stuck to the ground. We don't have the effect we're looking for, so that means in the half that we disabled contains our corruption. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to invert the ones I've disabled, corrupt it again, and we'll notice the effect that we're looking for is there. So now I can remove the disabled once again, and we'll continue along in this fashion until we have almost what we're looking for. And once you get a hang of this, you can do it fairly quickly. especially with a visual corruption like this, which is just something you'll see instantaneously once you load the game. Okay, so we narrowed this down to one memory write. Unfortunately, he still kind of glitches out, but there's nothing we can do about that. Nothing we can do, yeah, I guess about that at this point. Just because we have a single memory write, and that memory write contains all the stuff that we're seeing now. It contains his face on the floor, contains him freaking out, and we can't change that, at least yet. So what I'm gonna do now is send this single memory write, or this current save state blast layer, to the stash. And now that it's on the stash, it's this most recent one down here at the bottom. I'm gonna throw that on our stockpile. Yeah, we'll call it something. We'll call it, I'm bad at naming these. I should have thought of a name while I was disabling it. We'll call it face ground. No. Jimmy's face hurts. I don't know. If we think of a better name, we can change that. Also, I'm not so sure if I'm going to be saving the stockpile. We'll see if we do. Anyway, let's start moving around. I'm curious what this effect entails.
Don't look at me. You're horrible.
Yeah, that's kind of horrifying looking. Look at them.
Which do you prefer?
Oh, also, we can look at our face now.
I'm gonna waste this.
Look at them!
Paralyzed? I can arrange that, pal. Hope you got sick days left. You're
You
gonna
look
need
paralyzed, man.
You think I'm joking?
it. That's it. You're
Their
dead.
faces, their eyelids are stretching to the ground. Can they punch me?
No talent hat.
I can't punch. They're just intimidatingly standing behind me. I can punch. Let me try punching them. That's horrifying. What is that face? Oh my god. Jesus. Alright. I don't think I can punch him. Maybe my fists aren't registering on this earth.
What's cooking?
What's cooking? Oh, no. Wait. The kid! Oh, no.
Those cheerleader routines after I made the team. My mama says
Leave me alone.
there's way too many.
Jimmy! No!
I usually get good marks. So
You need this?
No one needs this.
Hey, what's up?
Oh god, she appeared out of nowhere.
wow, you're my hero.
Yeah? You're not mine.
Mandy's actually pretty
Oh, the
nice.
poor
Once
kids.
you get to know her.
They didn't ask for this.
I wish I could do something. I hope I'm doing
If I don't get that A, my mom will be so disappointed.
talking about.
She's gonna be disappointed for other reasons.
Window's been broken 6 times this week.
I hate you. These shoes especially.
Oh, I think I see like the redness in his eyelids. Oh.
Maybe Bullworth will hire.
You know, I think I thought of a better name. Everyone's back is broken. Or you know, I mean, this is like some Silent Hill shit, to be honest.
Why are boys so confusing?
Why don't you prove yourself to someone
How
who cares?
did Washington
What's
Carver
your
make
problem?
so many products from the peanuts? I'm sure he was just kidding when he called me annoying. She'd be so.
We'll call it Everyone's Back is Broken. Because after a couple seconds, Jimmy's breaks too.
You got 6 days left. You're gonna need them.
What cash?
It's so creepy. Alright, so now comes an interesting part. So if we look in the blast editor again,
How many styles?
remember
there are?
at this memory location,
Man,
I can pause it here. At this memory location, we write a single value, C120000. Now, if I re-roll this corruption and pause it, we have a new save state down here at the bottom. If I open that, instead of C120000, we have 3F0000. And we can keep re-rolling the value that we send to that memory address to see if we can create different effects. Maybe with Wii corruptions we might not see as much. It's more pertinent towards, you know, NES corruptions where the memory addresses really mattered. But we could try. We could try re-rolling it a couple times to see if we get different effects. In this case, I'm not seeing anything off the bat. There's one. When we walk, we get Big Jimmy. We get Thick Jimmy. Oh, God! I don't... Look at his face!
Empty them.
Your pockets. Oh my god. Stop. No, just get away.
You're gonna be pissed.
Jesus. I don't want this.
You're dead, new kid.
No, you're dead. From all the tumors that are in your face. Are you headbutting me? What?
I'm gonna
What is
waste
this pose,
fart
Jimmy?
bag. I'll bust you up so badly. That's
Your mom
it. You're
will
dead.
Oh my god.
You got 6 days left. You're gonna need them. You gonna let a real man.
I don't know what I'm punching.
Oh, you like that crane? Ha! It was a tiger, not a crane. You don't even understand what I'm gonna do to you.
Oh, I think I saw its jaw break. Oh.
Wise choice.
Did I lose my hands? No, they're still there. Alright.
You're dead. You don't have any style, do you? Come on, pansy. Come on now. Don't be scared. You don't have
I'm
any
very
style,
scared.
do
I'm
you?
horrified. Get away from me. Alright, so I want to save this one too. We can pause it now. God, that's so freaking good. Oh, I love it. Alright. I'll try I can pause it. Oh, let's get a good face to pause it on before I save it. I can reload it.
I think a dog pissed on your pants, dingus. Fist or cash? Which do you prefer? Your parents are loaded, right? I'll bust you up so badly. Hope you got 6 days left.
There we go. That's a good one. Look at his head, his forehead. What do we call this one? Everybody implodes? Is that implosion? No, I mean, they're exploding inward, but they're also exploding outward. Call it model explosions. Yeah. It's bad. This isn't like it's. If it was a little more stable, I'd be very happy with it. It looks still visually interesting, but it's too. For some people, when they see that, they're like, "Oh, it's just a bunch of chaos, and there's not anything interesting going on." But I still like how it looks. I mean, God. All right, let's try re-rolling again. Oh. I haven't seen a sideways run before. He's got a funny walk, isn't he?
You really want me to hurt you?
No, I don't want you to hurt me. Oh my god.
You got till 3 pockets, then a tiger bite.
You sure you don't want, like, medical advice? Or... Look at his eyes. Oh. God. We'll call this funny walk. And with all of these, not only are, like, we have the small, oh, Jimmy walks kind of funny, but you also get these guys.
Your mom won't even recognize.
Like, look at that. Look at, oh, that's inhumane. I love it.
What a lame one.
Oh, his legs. Okay, let's see the other guys too. Stop following me. These guys are surprising. Or at least he's okay. What about these kids? No, the little kids are not alright. They look like they're in a cult.
That's why it's so hard to understand.
Oh.
You suck! I really messed that up. I don't care if you call me a
The prefix!
You're such a wet.
How did I get mayonnaise on my pants?
Got you in my sights. I wish someone would cause some trouble.
Dr. Kravisnich would like to extend his gratitude to Darby Harrington's father for his contribution to the Academy Endowment.
Check this out, fool.
Come on, I
Say that kids imitate characters in video games, but I have yet to become a mustache.
I can't believe Lola actually talked to me. Pathetic loser. I'm not a pathetic loser.
Well, that one was fun. Let's try re-rolling again. there's the face one again. I'm glad that we actually chose to sanitize that, because we got some very interesting corruptions out of that. There's some more stretchiness.
I don't care, really. You've got till 3, then a tiger bite.
Not, oh god, their faces go to infinity though. Look at that. It's like when, actually they do this in the mini-map too. It's when they have like a area of sight. That's their faces. That's their like cone of sight. It's the stretchiness of their face. Oh, and everyone's just cubes. I'm seeing like a comic book in one of those cubes. I think. Oh, maybe they're holding a comic book. That would make sense.
Wow, really? You love
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or some book.
Have you ever,
Alright.
you know, been in love?
I don't mean to hit the girl, but I want to see the prefix.
Stop that right now. All I need now is a power.
I'm being attacked by the board. No. Also, I'm also curious. Okay, that's not corrupted. We can sometimes corrupt the Wii menu. Alright, let us... I want to keep re-rolling this a little bit. I think we get one of 3 effects. Either the exploding, the funny walk, or the this one, the broken back. Outside of that, I'm not seeing too much else. Here's the funny walk plus the exploding.
I just hate you. Fist or pockets? Which do you prefer?
Alright, let's do a fresh corruption here. We're gonna blast target. Oh yeah, fast Jimmy. Ooh. I'm not turboing. Oh, look at that kid run! Oh my god! Oh. What was that? Did I hit a wall? I don't know what that was. Oh. The camera can't keep up. Oh, stop running after me. You mess up the camera. Oh, the sound's kind of gone too. Huh. Look how fast I punch, though. I don't want to keep this one, but it looks neat. Alright, let's move on. That one's a straight crash. Nice mini-map. Okay, this one is a much funnier walk. I got... I'll be renaming that other one. I like this. Oh, no. We crashed. Oh, because we got to sanitize it. Well, I'm gonna name... Let me rename this other one first. What do we call this? Is it... Funny walk.
You really? Don't look at me. You're horrible. Fist or pockets? Which do you prefer?
We'll call this, like... severely...
You know how many
damage models. Oh, that's right. These are the same corruption. Oh, that's why. Okay, well, let's remove one then. We're gonna call this one. Sometimes I forget about that. If you re-roll them, they don't become their own corruption. They become copies of the other one. I don't like that. I wish it became their own individual copies. Anyway, so this one's exploding bodies. We don't have funny walk, but we just got a new funny walk. So let's sanitize this one a little bit. Open the blast editor. Randomly disable. Now this one's not a visual corruption. It's a mechanical one that we have to look at for a couple seconds. We have to walk for a few seconds in order to check if the corruption persists after we sanitize it. And for that reason, some of these more mechanical corruptions can take a long time to sanitize, and you don't need to sanitize it fully. However, sanitizing your corruptions still is important. You want to sanitize them to increase stability. If you have someone playing your corruptions, you don't want it to crash on them randomly. If they want to play for a couple seconds and enjoy the effect that you created, you want them to be able to do that. And it shouldn't crash the second you pick up something or, you know, something random like that. And it also makes it look a little bit better sometimes if you just narrow down that one interesting thing and get rid of all the extra, unless you're going for a chaotic corruption to begin with. Alright, I think we have our single effect, yep. So we now have a single memory right. I'm gonna send it to the stash, throw it on the stockpile, and call it Funny Walk. And now we can observe the Funny Walk. I like how his hands kind of like... Oh, they have it too. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. I like that these affect everyone. Except they're all frozen in place. Look at her.
You're so annoying. Hi, remember me? I'm sorry, did you say
Let me just prance around everyone as they're trying to talk.
called me annoying. I wish I could do
Am I annoying yet?
If you try anything, I'm gonna You're dumb!
There's way too much fighting at Bulwark. You slut-mongering fool!
I look like everybody steals some Lucky Charms.
Train hard. The authorities will hear about this.
I don't know what I have set as Z. I don't even think I bound that. I would like to slide. There we go. Oh, it's better we don't Funny Walk slide. Anyway, we could try re-rolling it. Jimmy skips. Everyone skips. Look at them run. All right, we'll call this Jimmy skips. And I hope these are two separate corruptions now. Yes. So Funny Walk still exists, and Jimmy skips does not exist. So sometimes I don't like how that comes out. Is this Jimmy skips? No. Shoot. Maybe I did something wrong? No. Oh well. I don't know why that happens sometimes. I don't know. The Windows Glitch Harvester is still in beta, so the way that you re-roll corruptions doesn't exactly... Oh wow.
Never doing aerobics again. Have you ever been to the line? You ain't worth a freaking dime.
Let's quit. I heard there's a way you'll be guaranteed to pass hat-tricks without
Fast travel. Okay, I'm gonna try my hardest to save this. So this is his own individual corruption now. Has its own memory right. I'm gonna send this to the stash. Maybe that's my workaround. Send it to the stash so it doesn't have a file association to the previous corruption. Now throw it on the stockpile and call it fast travel. So now Funny Walk should not have fast travel attributes. It doesn't. And fast travel should Funny Walk. I don't get it. I do not get it. I'm unhappy with that too because it's not re-rolling it. It's not doing what it should be doing. So, alright. That's disappointing because we're having some interesting effects out of this. Well, there's the fast travel. This was the original one before I sent it to the stash. If I send this to the stash, I can confirm that I can click on it, and when I run, the effect persists. Now if I throw it on the stockpile and call it something, fast travel, and load it. So now it, oh, I don't get it. I do not get it. You need a drink of water.
I think I focus too much on school sometimes.
Someone told me about that already.
Alright, well anyways. So we have fast travel working. That's good at least. I don't care for how the Windows Glitch Harvester does that. But let's try re-rolling again because we had other effects out of this. I don't care for that one. That's a better skip.
You really want me to hurt you, don't you? Your parents are loaded, right?
So let's keep that. So, alright. I'm gonna send it to the stash. I'm gonna verify when I load it actually works. It does. I'm gonna throw it on the stockpile, and we'll call it Jimmy Skips. Load it from the stockpile. Okay, yeah. I don't know what's happening there. Alright.
No, kid, you suck.
Let me hit you and then skip away.
You're dead. Come on now, don't be scared. You don't have any style. Come on, I can see you're scared. Why? Look at your pipsqueak go.
Hey, Jimmy, did you ever play Grottos in Brentwood?
He doesn't care.
Your mama
Stop, you violent. Oh god.
Stop that right now.
No, they're actually allowed to run. Oh, never mind. All right. No, that didn't work. All right. Let's try rerolling some more. He's walking like he's got ants in his pants. Jimmy explodes into ethereal matter. He explodes into nothingness. Alright, I think that's the extent of that. Let's try blasting target. Whoa, that's a cool effect. Whoa. Yeah, here's a big, in case you're watching now and you happen to skip ahead. Don't watch if you are sensitive to flashing lights or bright images, because I'm going to be playing this for a couple seconds. I'm curious what this looks like. I wish I had some kind of... Maybe I should put a seizure warning somewhere on the stream, on the... somewhere where the raccoons are. Look at this, though. Oh, it can't proceed. Or, no, there's probably people standing there, right? Try forcing through. No, we can't go over there. Huh. Can we go out here? No. Huh, so we're stuck here. Weird looking, though. I like this effect. Very neat. I love coloration effects, and this is just awesome looking. All right. What do we first? Do we sanitize it? Do we re-roll it? Let's try re-rolling it. I'm curious if we get anything else out of that. Now that's awesome too. Look at that. Huh. I'm gonna keep saying look at that as if you're not all looking at it. I feel like I'm in a movie theater with those like really, really dim lights on the ground. And you're trying to see your way around. Is that your friend? Is that you? Oh. Alright, re-roll. Oh, it doesn't like that one. Re-roll this one. Okay. Cautious if you're dizzy. This will give you vertigo. Because I'm not spinning the character. It's... the world is spinning. Now, that looks amazing. Look at that. The background swirling. Bully 2. No. I want to throw this on the stockpile as is. Let me open the blast editor and edit it a little bit. Make sure it's on. Make sure it's stable. And I like the. There's like lights that do that. That mood light that sort of transitions from one color to another. I like that effect a lot. I stopped explaining what I'm doing with the blast editor, but I hope for the most part that's clear. And if anyone has any questions on how I sanitize a corruption, feel free to ask me, because sanitizing corruptions is super important to do. As I mess up on one. Cool. So there we go. I'm going to send this to the stash and throw it on the stockpile and call it... Should I say something like drunk effect? Like, how about drunk simulator? I don't want to say something like LSD, but I mean, look at that. That just, it's beautiful. I love that effect. I don't know what in the world created this. Like, it's the background that's being colored with the clouds, and it's rotating it, and a whole mess of stuff. But it was just one memory write, which makes this very easy to change. Ooh, there's my control. Anyway, let's re-roll it some more. Now we can re-roll just that effect, so we can just change what's going on there. This one is like super heavy fog. This is like some Silent Hill fog.
6 days left, you're gonna need 'em.
So again, I'd like to throw this on the stockpile like this. So let's try opening this in the blast editor, setting it to the stash to make sure there's no association. Make sure I can load it properly. Do I want to stop the currently emulation? No, I don't. And now throw it on the stockpile. We'll call it. I like Silent Hill. I'm just gonna say Silent Hill. Silent Hill. Is it Bullworth or Bullsworth? Bullworth. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself. Bullsworth Academy. Bullworth Academy. It's Bullworth. Yeah. Silent Hill Bullworth. That's just a cool fact. I like how the fog sweeps in too. Look at that. Engulfs you. And then you are one with the fog. Very neat effect. I would like to see this during the Halloween event. That would be cool looking, and maybe you'll get some of the like the fireworks in the background. Oh, love it. All right, for some more rerolls. There's some more flashing effects. Be very cautious. I'm gonna keep throwing out seizure warnings, especially for this.
Which do you prefer?
Still can't pass that invisible barrier there. I can't get through there, so this is another one where I'm stuck.
Arrange that, pal.
Oh, we're vibrating.
You're gonna need
I'll bust you up so badly.
Same effect there. I don't think we're ever gonna be able to pass this barrier here, so I'm not gonna bother trying. What? Oh, I wish it didn't go darkness, because that transparent effect is amazing. I really wish it didn't go into darkness. And we can't pass that barrier. Shoot, that looks amazing. All right, let's try re-rolling it and see if we can just find that effect maybe. Oh, is this a better looking Silent Hill? No, it's less visible, which I don't like. Something I'm noticing, which I don't think I've ever noticed before, is the lighting in the background actually changes as you approach Bullworth. I think it actually becomes darker, which is kind of ominous and foreshadowing. Oh, this is a cool effect.
Everybody is going to hate you no matter what you do. So can you even read?
What can we call this? It reminds me of Halloween because it's all like that lime green, witch green.
You're nerdier than me. I'm going to move to a big city with.
You're gonna wish you had a bodyguard, and you will ready. You're just scared. Come on.
I'm not sure what to call this one. I like it though, and I want to keep it. I'm just gonna say mushroom, even though I feel like I shouldn't reference drugs constantly. But we're gonna call it mushroom. Jimmy ate some shrooms. How about Halloween? No, Halloween vision. That's easy. Halloween vision. Reroll. There's another one of those flashing ones. I don't like this as much because we don't have the color changing Jimmy. It just kind of hurts to look at. Same goes with that and that. Also, oh, did Halloween version work? Oh, it did. Cool. All right. And here's the same effect, but well, let's see if this looks any better actually. You get a lot more flashing. Instead of a green sky, though, we get a pink sky, and everyone continuously flashes. I think I like the green sky better. It just looks nicer to me. The pink is cool looking, though. I don't think I'm gonna keep this, though. I prefer Halloween Vision. Anyway, neat. There's no one of those. Here's another kind of transparent Jimmy. Like we can see through his chest, at least. But that's about the extent of it. I would like fully transparent Jimmy. Also, man, look at all the stuff that's going on.
You're gonna fail! Hey, Jimmy, did you ever I feel as marginalized? Did you leave?
Bummer.
Looks like they load in the steps once you get closer. Maybe before that it's just a static image. Can't climb the steps though. This kind of reminds me of, like, it looks red and blue when you look at Jimmy. It reminds me of those 3D glasses you'd wear, like the old ones. But it's just too scratchy to want to keep it. Like, there's too many things going on at once that it doesn't... well, I'm on the fence about it.
More people could just educate themselves.
It's too flashy, too. Nah, I'll move on, but very cool to look at, nonetheless. Even though I like this music, I feel like this would... I need some vaporwave to play along with this one. Back the head is phasing out. Let's get some polygons. Luigi's mansion is in the background now. It's kind of ominous like that, though. Just overlay the two.
Hey, your grandpa die and leave his wardrobe?
Perhaps a strong showing in
Got some, like, God Ray effects on us.
You really want me?
Now I'm just quickly going through to see if we see any new effects. For the most part, we're just seeing culminations of the ones we've already seen. Some of which are kind of horrifying to look at, like that one. Look at that, God. This one fades to darkness again. We do have invisible Jimmy once again, but can't preserve it, sadly. Yeah, mostly the same. So I think we will, ooh. Some of those are sickening looking. We'll move on and start a fresh corruption now. We also haven't changed the starting dress or the intensity because they've both been pretty,
Let's try that again.
What's going on? They've both been, pretty good, actually. Since we've been getting good effects. Oh! That's what that is. I don't want to keep this, but it's funny to look at. Everyone just falling. You know, maybe we can get something out of that. Let's keep re-rolling it. Okay, I didn't expect to get that. Oh, look at their arms! Oh my god! So we have a really far away camera. I thought it was gonna be a stable camera that just constantly stays there. Look at these people's arms. We already have so many of similar ones with that. I don't want to just sanitize the arms, but this dual screen is kind of cool looking too. Alright, let's try re-rolling some more. Still falling. It's funny, there's water underneath the school. It doesn't want me down there though. Alright, let's clear and start fresh. Oh, there's another face one. We know which memory address creates that. Oh, Jimmy, stop it. Look at his face. What am I doing? Okay. Back to the action. Oh, there's some more vision indicators. Jimmy's face broke though.
Don't look at me. You're horrible. I can arrange that, pal.
Okay, this is a little weird, but all of my controls make my move. Oh no. any direction on my arrow keys makes me move forward.
I'm really sorry about that.
I'm trying to turn and I can't turn.
Do you ever go into town? I'm not going to cry ever once I get into med school because I just don't cry.
I don't know, it made me turn just a second ago though. Alright, anyway. Reroll. That is cool looking. That looks like red versus blue. Should I re-rolling that? A couple times. What is that object? God. You were knocked out. You were knocked into another universe. Alright, let's blast Stargate with a fresh one. That's a cool looking one. I think I might be able to preserve this. It looks kind of snowy, but I'm sad Jimmy's gone. Yeah, let's try preserving it. I'm gonna open that in Blast Editor. Let's see if we can get Jimmy back. Yeah, that's not looking good. It looks like they're hand in hand. The snowy background and Jimmy being gone. But at least we can re-roll the corruption a bit. See if we get some different looking backgrounds. Alright, send it to the stash, and we're gonna regrow it from the stash. Ah, there's the invisible Jimmy I was looking for. That's perfect. And it's not only invisible Jimmy, it's invisible a lot of stuff. It looks like water's over there. How the trees kind of reflect upon themselves on the... Or no, what is that? Oh, that's a trick to look at. Well, I kind of want to save this. Let's throw this on, and we'll call it...
This hand can crush you mentally. You wanna be paralyzed? I can arrange that, pal. Look, you got hit with the ugly stick.
What do we call this? Transparent...
He needs way more discipline, no question.
I hope my breath doesn't stink.
Hey, check this out.
I don't understand.
Random invisibility works for me. That's kind of funny. Those are like the two effects that you can create: either snowy Bullsworth or invisible textures, or nothing. All right, well, we'll move on. We got one out of it, which is pretty neat. For a second there, that kind of... the camera jiggles. Look at the... wait. Look at the player location on the minimap. Tweak it out a little bit. What? What? What does it do when it can't load content? It loads endlessly. That's a crash. I can't move at all. I'm seeing if we can get anything out of this one. It doesn't seem like it's the case. It's mostly crash heavy. Still not movable. Alright, let's start fresh. What was that? Do we accidentally like open a sound file? What?
Bother me.
Yeah, what this is? Huh. We're gonna move on, but that's an interesting one. The camera's on the ground. You can only play it in first person. Oh, that's kind of neat. I've never seen down there before. Look at all that stuff. Sometimes their feet go through the ground there. Oh, look at their bodies. Oh my god. No one should ever have to see that. I'm sorry, what did it say? You filed. A. Wait. A on, and for this one, we unlock tight running shorts. What? One RT. Sometimes these have messages in them. What does this one say? ORU. What's the rest? Aru. Etk. Aruix. I don't know. Hey. I'll leave it with that one. Big player icon. Oh. Kind of stretchy model again. We've seen something similar though. Huh. Reroll? More face stock to the ground. So we are seeing a lot of, I'm going to say similar effects, for the most part. It's like similar to a degree. Oh, we haven't had Shaky Jimmy yet, though. And Shaky everyone else. So I think we're ready to start moving the starting dress around. Do we break? Wait, I need to see. Yeah, okay, I want to fix this so the camera isn't messed up on this because the leaves should not be doing that. I wonder, it looks like it's the entire leaf palette is, like the leaf wasn't cut out and it's just showing the entire palette as the leaf. And that's amazing if that is the case. So let's try blast editing that a bit and seeing if we can remove the camera dipping down. Oh, there's more. Let's keep that one. I want the camera to return though. There we go. Perfect. Camera has returned and everything is leaves. Everything. There's not a thing that isn't leaves, except for the map. Now I don't like that's cool looking. And I kind of want to keep this because this, you can actually see stuff and move around. The leaves make sense, but everything being leaves also looks kind of cooler.
This out. Up yours.
I almost want to keep both, but we should choose one. This is like a leaf hailstorm. Well, sometimes you can see.
I'm
gonna keep this one.
I'm gonna waste this part back.
See if we can sanitize it a little bit more. Again, I think instead of the individual leaves falling, this is just the entire palette falling. You can see the leaves falling there. So good. Let's just throw it on the stash like this, actually. We'll call it Leaf Storm. Because I wanted to call it like Leaf Hailstorm or something like that, but I think Leaf Storm says it all. And I'm re-rolling now to see if we get different effects out of it. Not a lot. That one's kind of cool. It looks like hair strands in the sky, which is horrifying, but we won't keep that one. Nah, I'm happy with Leaf Hailstorm, or Leaf Storm. Alright, we are going to start fresh. Brand new blast target. Oh, what I was gonna say is we're gonna start moving the starting address a little bit to start playing around with other bits of memory, but then we got Leaf Hailstorm, and that was interesting. Yeah, let's give that a go. So we're gonna move the starting address up, down. Let's move it down towards the beginning. Mess with the map a little bit, it looks like. Oh. Your face is a little broken, Jimmy. Oh. Huh. Look at the prefect.
I need more growth hormone.
That's what you need? You don't need, like, a chiropractor?
I should write you up for that shirt.
Yeah, go ahead and write me up.
I wish someone would concentrate. The fists want a word with you.
Fight me. Fight me. I want to see your fists. You can't even attack. Let's sanitize this and throw it on the stockpile. The tricky thing about sanitizing this is there might be a couple corruptions that are creating this effect. Like maybe one is this like eyebrow effect. Maybe another one creates his disturbing body movements. So we're actually trying to preserve all of those in this case, which can be tricky. But so far it's going all right. I wish he continued to do that with his hands. Unfortunately, he goes straight to the feet, so being sideways, but look at his hands. Alright, so we have our single effect. I'm gonna throw that on the stash. And we'll call it... I didn't think of a name. Everyone does yoga. Because I'm bad at naming these. Let's try re-rolling it. Surprisingly nothing out of that. There we go. Does this always happen if I stand still? If it does, I want to keep this instead. It does. Okay. Well... Do I want to open game bar? No, Xbox, I do not want to open game bar. I don't know what they're thinking. Okay, I want to save this one instead, though. It looks a little bit better. So, oh, shoot. Rename. Everyone does yoga. And let's remove this one. And load this one. And now that should do that. Yep, great. Now his hands kind of do that whenever he's stopped, for the most part. Alright. Let's re-roll some more. I think it's either nothing or this effect, so we'll move on with a fresh corruption. What? No! Come back. We broke out of bounds. And we broke into infinity. Can we re-roll it to a more reasonable amount? No. You failed. That's all it says. You were knocked out. No, unfortunately not. Alright. Boss target. Fresh one. Wait, the leaves aren't supposed to fall in that a huge amount. Like this amount. I don't think. Because they don't do it in this one. What's our default save state? Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. Oh, that's funny. Alright. Not something I'm gonna keep, but kind of funny to see them pour out of the tree like that. Ooh. I'm gonna re-roll that one. Wow. What in the world is that? His face! Oh! Jimmy, no! Oh. Oh no. Jimmy. Moisturize me. I'm just gonna do a little bit of editing in the meantime. I'm just gonna fix some of my windows that have, Oh, no, don't do that. Cancel. Aw. You're no fun, Dolphin. Come on. There we go. Put that back up there. There we go. My alert box was locked by accident. I also like that there's a mini screen there too. Can't see that. Alright, let's put this back. Let's put his face back together and unpause it. There's so much to unpack in this one. Like, why is there a second monitor? Why
Don't look at me. You're horrible.
Why did Jimmy's face stretch?
No, you suck.
What's with this FOV?
Your parents are loaded, right? Easy on yourself.
So, let's try sanitizing it. And I know that's a very hard thing to do with something like this intense. We may just label this as cursed, which just means it's a fancy word I use for I didn't sanitize it. Don't blame me if it breaks. See, well, no, this one we can get Jimmy. I don't want to sanitize it. This is something that there's so many things going on that sanitizing it would probably just make it worse in the end. All of these memory rights together could create this beautiful corruption, and we're gonna leave it as is. Except that makes me think otherwise. I don't want it to spin like that, because then it's not playable. This is playable, if we just move around. Oh, look at that. The camera's a ball that rolls. Oh, that's amazing. I don't... This is on a Wii. That amazes me that this is on a Wii.
Waste this fart bag. You want to be paralyzed? I can arrange that, pal.
Alright. I'm gonna send it to the stash like this. I'm happy with this. And we're gonna rename it and throw it on the stockpile. I'm gonna label this as cursed. Again, this just, for me at least, it means I didn't sanitize it that much and that it just doesn't work entirely well. And we'll call it, it almost looks like an FPS to me, so I want to name it an FPS, but I'm not going to. We'll call it FOV Nightmare. That's good enough for me. Let's try re-rolling it. Wow, look at that! Jesus. Not gonna save that one. There's something here. There's an interesting corruption in this somewhere. I'm just doing a little bit of digging. Hopefully we find one. How about this one? No. No, unfortunately, I believe we have to, oh, excuse me, yawn. Move on. Oh? This one almost makes me want to save it, but... Listen to that music, too! That, like, bass-boosted bully soundtrack. That can't load. This one we can try sanitizing because I'm not afraid of losing this one. So let's try that. Oh, the controls are reversed and I hate it.
I can arrange that, pal.
This one actually works a little bit better than the other, and this is actually more of an FOV nightmare than the other one is. Oh god, look at them run too. Should we... We could keep this, I suppose. Can't decide on that. Oh god. I'm indecisive, that's what I am.
I start a rumor about being a princess.
You're a dork!
You know, despite all the
We enable everything. This is what it used to look like. I was a mess before. Alright. I'm also not controlling Jimmy at all. Now, let's move on. I'm spending too long on this. Looking for something that isn't there. Oh, it's the minimap that's being drawn. Oh, the bounds of the minimap are extending into infinity. That's kind of cool looking. It's like some 007 Shutter Eye kind of thing. Sideways. That's... Oh. Oh. Some Ibn Up stuff going on there. Alright, we've seen kind of close to the starting address, so let's just do the starting address. And I risk crashing... Also, there's a war symbol in there. I risk crashing Dolphin, which I'm worried about, but let's see if we can create any effects out of it. I can't afford to crash Dolphin, I'll show you why if we do. I'm going to increase the intensity as well. I'm curious if even the Wii menu will start. Oh! That's not the right sound. Actually, that's all we might be... Ooh. I was gonna say that might be all we're corrupting is just the Wii menu, but... No, there's other stuff going on. That might be a good portion of what we're corrupting. Oh, there's another second monitor. A lot more crashes here though, and that's probably because we're corrupting, you know, system functions. So let's move the starting address a little bit up. Let's move it like we didn't go too far. Let's go further. See if we get any effects out here. Not really. We'll start bringing it back slowly. Bully for the android. I just noticed my monitor wasn't quite right. Why is that? I gotta do that. There we go. And this overlaps. Alright. Do I want to keep this? I do not. But I do want to reroll it to see if we get anything else out of it. Yeah, kinda. Some insane chaos. Wait, what's that song? Might as well be walking on the sun. Jimmy walked on the sun. Let me, I don't know what part in the song does this. It's by Smash Mouth. Oh, it's by Smash Mouth! Oh, I don't know when they say this, though. There we go. So stupid. Anyway. Let's reroll. Nah, I'm not seeing anything on that. Alright, we'll blast target for a fresh corruption. In this one, he kind of looks like a GTA character, which is kind of fitting. It's the Rockstar engine. A Rockstar engine, I should say. Oh, we're back to the face one, okay. We may be exhausting the extent of the corruptions we can create. Oh, we got an upside down one. I was waiting for something like that. And a funny walk along with it. Oh, and a crash. I just noticed that little gray window that's above the, well, this on stream, the little gray box above the blast target. That's my chat box. I should make that invisible. Oh, Jimmy! You alright? Unfortunately, it's that... Oh, actually, that might be capable. It is sort of the same, like... Same one as... Let's see. Not that one. Everyone Does Yoga, I think? Yeah, it's the same effect as Everyone Does Yoga, but he becomes like a ball. And his arms twitch. But it's the same as Everyone Does Yoga. Ah. We won't keep it. I'm re-rolling that to see if we get a different effect out of it. Doesn't look like it's the case. What's up with Bully in tight shorts? We got him again. I guess that's probably like the first cosmetic item you'll pick up other than your Bulworth outfit. That kind of cool fog effect. It's very smoky underneath Bulworth Academy. The boiler is going off. Alright, let's do a fresh one. Something else I haven't tried playing with is the alignment for the engine I'm using. I'm going to give that a go real quick in the background after I get a fresh one. Might not like when I do alignment. I don't think it does. Nope. Alright. Back to the original. We are getting a lot of crashes, and it might be because my intensity is a bit too high. However, I'm looking for new effects. Nah, I can knock it back a little bit. higher your intensity, the more intense of a corruption you'll receive. However, you could be masking smaller corruptions that you might want to keep. Like this very amazing Halloween-looking color aesthetic. Fortunately, we really have Halloween vision. Do you want to keep this? I mean, we can call it like a dark graphics. I haven't created the stockpile. I can do whatever I want. Let's do that. I want to keep just that color palette look and swap. And immediately I ran into a problem. You'll notice with this one, the sky's purple. Whereas if I disable this, sometimes we get the sky purple and sometimes we get just the blue textures around it, like the dark textures. Like this one, the sky's not purple. So unfortunately, we need to preserve both of those in one. So let's see if we can do that. I need the sky to be purple in order to want to keep this corruption. And you'll see immediately, even I'm just preserving just 2 corruptions at the moment. I'm having to re-roll or constantly, I guess, yeah, the only word for it is re-roll. Randomly disable 50% again. If you see I keep hitting this button, a different random 50% gets selected. I have to keep on doing that to make sure that I get both of them within that 50% I select. And that can take a while, and if I'm doing just 2, you know, I hit this button a couple times and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. If I'm doing like 12 and I'm trying to preserve 12 corruptions all at once, that's too much, and that's when I don't sanitize. We're down to 6, so we might be able to just slowly enable them ourselves. Like we know these 3 corruptions create that sort of dark look on the ground. So this specific one here that I just selected is that effect. Now we're going to go through and look for the purple sky. And it's the first one. So now we can remove all the old ones. And we have our 2 memory writes that create this effect. We'll throw it on the stash and throw it on the stockpile and call it just Dark Bullworth. Dark Bullworth palette, we'll call it. And now we can re-roll that corruption. See if we get different effects. Like that one, which looks amazing. Oh my god. Look at that! That looks like a whole different game! Looks like a cemetery. Alright, I need to know how to spell silhouette because I don't know how to spell that. Silhouette. Silhouette. I can't pronounce it. Or I can't pronounce it the way it's spelled. We'll call this Cemetery. I hope I spelled that right. Cemetery silhouettes. That just looks awesome. I don't know. I really like shadow corruptions and like palette swaps and stuff like that. That's what gets me. Those are the ones I enjoy, I should say. Anyways, I'm just re-rolling some more here. There's another one. I kind of like the blue sky more. It's more, I guess, realistic, and that's what I'm going for. Don't care for that. This one kind of looks neat, even though I think that was the exact same one, but it looks neat when I was comparing it to all the others. Also, this kind of looks like a project I finished for school. You don't want purple and pink together. Very witchcraftian. Witchcraftian? No, that's Lovecraftian I'm thinking of. It's very witchcrafty, is what I want to say. Anyways, let's move on. We're gonna do a fresh corruption. I spend too long on palettes. Oh! Oh, this is why we sanitize, because I want to preserve whatever god-awful thing is happening to Jimmy right there. But all the visuals, when I turn the camera, are getting in the way. Like, look at it. I don't want all that stuff going on. I just want whatever that thing is. So we're gonna try to preserve that. That's why we sanitize. To keep that amazing effect without losing it. So, randomly disable 50%. And almost immediately, oh no, never mind. I thought we fixed it already. I was like, that was awesome. Look at the power of randomness. No. hope that they're... Oh shoot, I messed up. I disabled the wrong half. I hope they're not one and the same, where that visual disruption happens no matter what. I think it might be the case, though. It looks like he's kind of exploding. Yeah, shoot. Well, Iguchi will be able to reroll it once we have it down to 1 or 2 memory writes. Alright, there's our single memory write. And unfortunately, we can't see the abomination up close because all the visuals are going on. It's still pretty horrifying, though, I gotta say. Oh, we're also super fast, which I don't want. We broke out of the boundaries. Can we go somewhere as this abomination? Let's try going to the... Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Can we make it to the circus? And we can. Cool. We shouldn't be there. I forced us back to the boards. We'll send this to the stash and try re-rolling it. I want to be able to not be Fast Jimmy. I don't like to be Fast Jimmy. But I think it's forced upon us. Yeah, it's just too glitchy. I don't want to throw it on anything. But, oh, I think it's a pain that we're gonna have to stay with because that body corruption is just too good. That one, the camera locks up. Oh, no, never mind. I hit up. Ooh. Is this what we're looking for? I think this might be a little bit better. His body isn't as messed up, but you can view it very closely. Okay, let's keep this one. No, I shouldn't say that's messed up. How about... Look at his face! Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Jimmy. You should write me up for being an abomination. That's what I call this, Jimmy the Abomination. Spell abomination right? I did. There we go. Jimmy the Abomination. Sometimes he stretches, and not only does he just, you know, stretch like you and me, but he does that. Oh, I'm sorry. God. Kinda looks like the guy from Amnesia. How accurate am I on that? Amnesia. Oh, I'm not able to show pictures on stream, that's right. Because OBS doesn't like capturing my windows. Anyways, look up Monster from Amnesia. You know what I'm talking about. I think he's a pretty close relative. We're not going to re-roll anymore because I think we've knocked that on the head. Let's try... We're going to do a new one now. I just had an idea. I try to do a rundown of all the corruptions we created at the end of the stream. I should just clip that. Because then I just have a rundown of what we created for the stream. I'm gonna do that. That'll make it easier on me. That way I also don't have to go through and individually clip. Well then, you know, the individual reactions for each corruption, I don't know. I never know. It's only a 2-hour stream, it isn't too long. Tight running shorts again! It's funny, that's the only one we unlock of all things. Broken leaves. Black smoke. Oh, that's an interesting mesh of like green. What part of the story is that from? Cause shoot, I forget. Also, that had some text on it. I think destination? Destina. The Destina. The Destiny. Why? Why? You know when you get caught in Metal Gear Solid and you have the little exclamation point? That's what this reminds me of. I don't want to keep it. What does the general say? It's not like he didn't say anything. I'm thinking of names. I think I'm just gonna say like Snake, you've been spotted. And that's the easiest for me. There we go. Send it to the stash. Throw it on the stockpile. We'll call it Snake, you've been spotted. There we go. Re-roll that. And I don't think we're gonna get anything outside of it. Nope, that's about the extent of it. Alright. Last target, do a fresh one. Oh, I saw something that was neat there. Let's see these legs again. Yeah, I thought you can hide that from me, Jimmy? Oh, it's the broken back again. Oh, his face. I'm never gonna get sick of that, or I'm never gonna get tired of that. I'm still sick of it every time I see it. God. Ugh. I did the biggest corruption possible. He didn't like it. Alright, so, now that I'm getting towards the end, let's do this. Alright, we're gonna use a different engine. So for all that, we're using the... Oh wow, we actually got a corruption out of that. Oh yeah, we are using a very high intensity. We're using the vector engine, which is a lot safer, and affects a predetermined list of values that is safe to corrupt. I believe, the way it works. I can look into the better explanation. I should read that off on stream, I don't have it on front of me. Instead, we're gonna use the nightmare engine now. And Nightmare Engine is very dangerous in the sense that it just randomly replaces values. And we're going to use that until Dolphin crashes, and I'm not going to rerun after Dolphin crashes. Oh, but I need to for the save state. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to do it until it crashes, and then that's what we're going to call as good for the corruption. So we're going to do a very low intensity to start off with. And the starting address is going to be like there. And blast target. And it did. Oh, it crashed, alright. And that's why we don't use the nightmare engine. Alright, I'm gonna load it up. And we should be able to use our save state, I hope, to get through the Wii menu. Can we? We can. Oh, thank the Lord. Alright. Well, we can corrupt a little bit more while we're here. I did too high for intensity.
People leave stuff lying around.
Oh, way too high of intensity. It can't even keep up. Oh, there's that sideways Jimmy again. The abomination, as we call it. Oh God! Where did we fall from? Jesus. I wonder if we can get that falling corruption. Maybe we just like fall out of the sky. That'd be interesting. I'm not even gonna be able to see what's going on in order to preserve that. Let me try a little bit more. I think that was what happened, right? No, I have no clue. Never mind. Not gonna bother. It's gonna take too long. Oh! You guys can't see the window. Whoops. Oh, Dolphin. Don't worry, nothing interesting happened yet. Oh, what was the last thing you guys saw? Shoot. Well, anyways. Just a whole lot of nothing has been happening on the screen so far. Other than there was the sideways Jimmy, the abomination again, but... We went to space, it looks like. I think we're gonna call it there, though. Let's do a rundown of all the corruptions we got. Let's not do a rundown of all the corruptions we got. That's gonna take a little while. I think we're gonna call it there. I'll clip those later. I was thinking maybe I want to do a clip of all of them, but I also don't want to because I'm just gonna kind of brush past them. I don't sound very enthusiastic at the moment because my voice is tired. I should drink some water. There we go. Anyways, let's pull up some music and find someone to host. Start back here. I am going to save that stockpile, and I'm unsure if I'm going to upload it yet. I'll leave it at that. For those unfamiliar, I upload my stockpiles sometimes, if people would like to play them after the fact. However, I don't really know if I need to anymore. They haven't really been being used, and I'm not sure if anyone would like to use them. So it is kind of like extra work that I might not need to do, you know? Maybe I'll still upload them. I'm not sure. I'm still deciding. Anyways, bully stockpile is what I'm naming this, and I'm going to throw it on my desktop to be uploaded later. And confirm that that actually saved. It did. And I can close down everything. Alright. Let's find someone else. I've been playing in retro, so let's host someone in retro. I spend too long finding out who I want to host, because usually whoever I host I want to watch for maybe an hour, so I'm biased to who I pick. Oh, I have a hard time deciding. Is anyone streaming in Dwarf Fortress? No, no one's streaming in that. There's a bot named Sideid? I can't pronounce his name. He's a pretty cool guy who streams in Dwarf Fortress. Or I should say the bot that streams in Dwarf Fortress. He doesn't actually usually stream it himself. It's just the bot playing, but it's kind of cool that he set up a bot to play Dwarf Fortress. I'd like to play that while I'm here, but I haven't got around to it yet. I'd love to play some Dwarf Fortress. If everyone's wondering if I'm this indecisive in real life, I am. I am just as indecisive in real life. I have a very hard time. Oh no. To the second song, shoot. Okay, good. I was hoping it'd be a fitting music theme. Well, I think I'm going to... Someone's playing Ghosts and Goblins. Ghouls and Ghosts? Wait. I'll have the name wrong. Someone's playing Ghouls and Ghosts, so I'm going to stream them, or host them. Anyways, thank you for everyone who was able to stop by. I'll turn that music a little bit. That's a little loud. There we go. Thank you for everyone who was able to stop by. I don't know when I'm corrupting again. Hopefully soon. But I appreciate everyone who was able to see my stuff. Thank you for stopping by. I hope everyone has a good one.